Okay, so the video I already made got corrupted or whatever, so I'm making this video right before I have to go to work. Now, for those that are starting school soon, which a lot of you are, a lot of us are, I should say, this video is for you guys, mainly because I know I have a few people in mind that I can think of. One person in particular who actually requested me to make this video, are stressed out or are very anxious or are depressed or whatever. This video is about controlling your depression or controlling your anxiety, controlling your stress related to school. All I can say really, the best way I was able to control my stress and my anxiety for school is just write everything out on a list. Make it a checklist if you need to. If you need to write it out or if you need to type it on your phone, go ahead and do that. I'd say what was best for me was actually writing it out, because we spend a lot of time on our phones already, and if you're on your phone, you're going to get distracted, and you getting distracted is going to cause you to procrastinate. You procrastinating while in school is not a good thing. It's not, because there are deadlines that you got to meet. And if you're taking all this time to go ahead and procrastinate a little bit, and then you end up getting caught up, or you end up falling behind or whatever, and then you end up stressing out more, because it's like, okay, I could have been done, did this if I started this at this time, but now I have this amount of time, so I got to go ahead and break this up and be able to do a certain amount within a certain amount of time. And then you're going to sit there and you're going to stress. You're going to stress yourself out, and you don't need that. You don't want that. So what you want to go ahead and do, write everything out on paper. Pick up a pen, pick up a pencil, marker, crayon, don't care. Write it out. Write it out. Don't type it, write it out. Okay? But if typing works best for you and you're the type of person that's like, oh, I'm not going to get distracted, and then you don't end up getting distracted, go ahead and type it on your phone. But the best way I could say, you need to go ahead and control any stress and anxiety, in any form of stress and anxiety related to school. Write out anything that you got to go ahead and do. That way you know what you need to go ahead and do, and then you can go ahead and knock it out on certain days, especially if you go ahead and apply the date when it's due. Okay, because if you sit there and you look at the date that it's due or whatever, and you're able to go ahead and knock out everything, just go ahead and knock out everything. I promise you, it's a whole lot better. Because if you get something done sooner than later, you can go ahead and have all the time to have all the fun that you want. Work comes first, then play. Work first, then play. Okay, I promise you, I promise you. Or work first, then play. It depends on, I don't know. You know what? You guys know what I mean. But that's one way of controlling your stress and anxiety as far as school. Another way is to just calm down. Just calm down, honestly. Take a breather. Go ahead and take, if you need a day, essentially just one day, a mental health break. Go ahead and take yourself a mental health break. Go for a walk, just sit outside, absorb some vitamin C, vitamin D, whatever. I probably said that wrong, but regardless, you guys know I'm right. Just take yourself a mental health day. Mental health day, go ahead and clear your mind. Go ahead and, sit there and be free. But just one day, not more than one. A day at the most. Okay, a day at the most. Because if you take more than one, you're going to end up getting caught up in that feeling of feeling free. You're not going to want to do anything. Trust me, that's how I felt for spring break. And then whenever the corona hit, I ended up getting depressed. Not being able to see the people that you're around, like, for a majority of your time at school. I mean, communicating, yeah, sure, but not being able to see them or whatever, and then you get caught up in being depressed. And then if you end up being like me, I got caught up in depression, not being able to see my friends, not being able to see my family. And then that depression causes the lack of being able to, of wanting to do anything. And so you're stuck. And then after you get out of that stage of depression, or after you get out of that depression, you end up going back into it. And then now you realize you're behind. So you got to do a lot more. You got to work harder than anybody else. If I'm being honest, whenever it comes to stress and anxiety related to school, you can either write out a list that will better help you go ahead and push yourself through school, and you can go all in or whatever, or you can take the sensible route, take a mental health break when necessary, when you feel it's necessary, and then go back into it. But don't take too many mental health breaks and get yourself caught up in procrastination. Don't do it. If you need to, find a stress ball. If you need to, find somebody that you know you can vent to that's not in it for money. So don't invest in a counselor. Talk to a close friend. Talk to somebody that you think will go ahead and understand the situation. Like, I understand people are like, just talk to your parents about it. Growing up, there are certain things I realized my parents just could not help me with. My family just could not help me with. I had to talk to somebody. I had to talk to a friend. I had to talk to a girlfriend. I had to talk to somebody that wasn't family, because they weren't going to entirely understand. Unless they were around my age, then it would be my sister or my cousin. Hell, sometimes it'd even be my younger brother, and sometimes I don't even think he understands. But just having someone to talk to will actually help, because you never know what impact they'll have. For instance, let's say that you're struggling in a class or whatever, and you end up talking to an older brother, or sometimes even an older sister, or younger brother or sister. It doesn't really matter their age. Okay, you can just talk to somebody or whatever, right? And you're struggling with something in school. Maybe they're able to help you. Maybe they're not, but they can go ahead and tell you, what works for them in another subject, or what works for them in another area of life entirely, and you can try it. But you got to be willing to put in that effort to try it, just so you don't get stressed out anymore. Controlling stress and anxiety. It's really a tough subject to talk about for me, because I don't necessarily control it. The aspects of life that cause me stress and anxiety, I just don't deal with it, honestly. If I'm being 100% honest, most of my problems came from money. Okay, school costs money, apartment money, car money, and all I decided to do is like, all right, let me go ahead and get a job or whatever. And now that I have a job, it's just like everything lines up. Like, okay, I can go ahead and put money towards this, this, and this. The only thing I gotta do now is just figure out which one am I putting money towards first, or I can just go ahead and put money towards all of them all at the same time. Like, split each of my paychecks up in 3s, 4s, however. It doesn't really matter. Make a list. Take mental health breaks. And talk to someone. That's the best way to go ahead and control it. If you can't, because here's the thing. Everybody's usually stressed or anxious because it's of something that they can't control. If you can't control what's stressing you out, then I don't necessarily think that it's possible for you to control your stress and anxiety, other than removing those aspects of stress and anxiety, like those factors, out of your life. If you move those factors out by making a list to, decrease those factors, the number of factors that are causing you stress and anxiety, like an actual checklist, then you'll be fine. Also, therapeutic cleaning also helps too. Like, I'm going to do some therapeutic cleaning before I end up going to work. Just because. Like, my room's not dirty or anything. Well, it is dirty. I'm not showing you guys. But therapeutic cleaning does help too. But turn on something that's not going... Like, if you need to listen to music to clean, like most people I know do, turn on something that you know isn't going to distract you from cleaning. That's just what I know. That's just what I know. In the video that I did before, I had done some research. I didn't retain any of the research because it was just for videos, just for me trying to help people out. I don't necessarily get these resources for myself. I get these resources for other people. But shout out to that one person that actually asked me to do this video. I'm gonna go ahead, upload this video, and then whenever I have some time, I'm gonna go ahead and send him the resources I did find. ahead of time, and if I need to, later on today, I'll also go ahead and put the resources in the description below. They won't be, I can go ahead and tell you within these next 10 or so hours, they probably won't be in the description. More than likely they won't. But shout out to him. I know he's going through some stuff. A lot of us are. We really are. And it's tough times. It's tough times. Like Drake said, you know dark days, you know hard times. We all do in our own way. But like I said, these are just a few things that have helped me be able to control my stress and anxiety. It's not going to work for everyone. I don't expect it to. Which is why I'm going to go ahead and try and find other ways to help control stress and anxiety. Because no person is the exact same. No person is the exact same. Nobody's the same. We've all gone through different things, so certain things may help, certain things may not. I'm going to do my best to go ahead and help you guys in whatever way I can. And I don't mean to sound depressing. It's just that this tone does feel right for this video. Hence why I didn't do my intro. But I'll see you guys later.